Life does not always break us loudly. Sometimes it becomes heavy in silence. There are days when nothing appears wrong on the surface, yet deep inside, the heart feels tired, unsettled, and restless. You continue your routine, fulfill responsibilities, and smile when needed, but a quiet weight stays within. This kind of heaviness is not weakness. It is a sign that something within you is seeking understanding. In moments like these, the Bhagavad Gita offers a reflection that feels deeply human. On the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Arjuna stands surrounded by warriors, yet his greatest struggle is not external. His hands tremble, his thoughts scatter, and his heart fills with doubt. He feels overwhelmed, conflicted, and unsure of his path. This moment reminds us that confusion does not mean failure. Even the strongest souls experience inner conflict. Arjuna turns to Krishna, not as a warrior seeking strategy, but as a human being seeking clarity. He openly admits that his strength has left him and his mind feels clouded. Krishna does not judge Arjuna's emotions. He does not rush him or dismiss his pain. Instead, Krishna listens patiently. This alone is a powerful lesson, that true guidance begins with understanding. Krishna then speaks about one of the most misunderstood truths of life. He explains that suffering does not arise from action itself, but from attachment to outcomes. Human beings naturally desire results. We want certainty, validation, success, and assurance that our efforts will lead to something meaningful. Yet it is this attachment that quietly creates anxiety, fear, and disappointment. When we act with the constant pressure of results, the mind never rests. Every decision becomes heavy. Every step forward feels uncertain. Krishna teaches Arjuna that his responsibility lies only in sincere action. The outcome is shaped by forces far beyond individual control. When we accept this truth, a subtle shift begins to happen within us. This teaching does not encourage passivity or escape. Krishna never tells Arjuna to abandon his duty. Instead, he teaches balance. Do your duty fully, but do not let the outcome define your peace. When effort is honest, it is already complete in itself. The result, whether visible or not, arrives in its own time. Many people misunderstand surrender as giving up, but Krishna's message of surrender is not about weakness. It is about inner courage. It is the strength to release control over things we were never meant to carry. Surrender is not an action. It is action guided by trust rather than fear. Often, the heaviness we feel comes from carrying invisible burdens, expectations of others, fear of future failure, comparison, and the need for approval. These burdens quietly drain emotional energy. Krishna reminds us that when we place these weights down, clarity begins to return naturally. Not all confusion disappears instantly, but the heart becomes calmer and the mind more stable. Krishna also reassures Arjuna that no sincere effort is ever wasted. Even when progress feels slow, even when results are delayed, every action performed with honesty contributes to growth. The soul remembers effort, not outcomes. Nothing done with pure intention is lost. In today's world, this teaching feels especially relevant. Life moves fast and pressure comes from every direction. When things do not go as planned, the mind often turns harsh and self-critical. Krishna's wisdom gently invites us to pause, to breathe, to reflect rather than react. If your life feels heavy today, take a moment of stillness. Ask yourself quietly what you are trying to control that may be beyond your reach. You may not receive an immediate answer, but calm often arrives before clarity. And sometimes, calm itself is the answer. Krishna does not rush life's lessons. He teaches through patience, experience, and quiet understanding. Even when the path ahead seems unclear, his guidance continues silently. You may not always notice it, but every pause, every delay, and every redirection carries meaning. So continue your duties with sincerity. Allow yourself to release the pressure of outcomes. Trust that your effort is seen, even when results are unseen. Remember that you are not walking alone through uncertainty. Krishna remains present, not only in moments of strength and clarity, but especially in moments of doubt, silence, and surrender. When life feels heavy, his wisdom reminds us that peace does not come from controlling everything, but from trusting the path we are being guided on.